Red Hood Outlaw. This is issue 36 by Scott Lobdell and Pete Woods. Connor, do fill us in with your joy.
Just double checking it is Pete Woods. It is, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so this opens where we left off last time with Jason getting back into his office and Penguin's been let out and he's there and he's pointing a gun. Turns out he's lost some of his memory because... So if you recall, which you might actually recall this instance because it was one of the bigger instances that could have had ripple effects across the other books. Red Hood shot Penguin in the face right through the monocle.
Okay.
So
it turns stick.
Well, it reveals later in this issue that he used a blank, but the blank, it was still obviously it was point blank his face, so it still smashed the monocle and pushed some of the glass into his brain, which apparently was all part of his plan. Which, yeah,
jeez,
yeah. Here you go. Since I shot Cobblepot with a blank, the shrapnel careened off his monocle, but managed to drive glass shards into his brain, like I knew it would. What? Piss off. But so it turns out, obviously, because of this, Cobblepot has forgotten that Jason Todd is Red Hood. And at first, he's really disappointed about this. He's like, "Oh man, I was hoping for a good."
This was targeted amnesia. Like he intended to make him.
No. He didn't intend for the amnesia. He just intended to take him out, but not kill him. But yeah,
I don't know. Shards of glass getting in your brain sounds like it might kill you. Like this was not a foolproof plan.
I agree. I agree because Wingman's there. He's like, so you never intended to kill him, and he's like, oh, he was never going to get off that easy. I just needed him off the table while I reset the board here in Gotham.
For more on getting off easy, go and speak to Matt on his personal podcast.
Sure.
But, yeah, so Penguin's forgotten who he is, and as I said, Jason is pretty annoyed at this at first because he was looking forward to a big confrontation between them, and then he's like, probably a good thing that he doesn't realize that Jason Todd, Bruce Wayne's ward was Red Hood and used to be Robin, because that might raise some questions. And I'm like, yeah, no shit. That's why this is the most awkward way of writing out of this that you could possibly have. But basically, Bunker shows up and attacks Jason instead. He turns on him because he's like, hey, what the hell? You had Penguin locked up here, starving and dehydrating and completely alone, and I thought you were better than this. You're just, you're an immoral douche. And he's like, I'm not working for you anymore. And he pisses off after he frees Penguin. So that's the end of Bunker in the book for now, I assume. And
Jeez.
Jason gives the iceberg to Susie and the other sisters. Like, hey, this is all yours. I'm off. And then... that's it. Yeah, he leaves the dog with Isabel, which was the woman that he was sort of dating that was apparently back in the New 52 run that I don't recall. But he leaves his dog, that, just a reminder, is called Dog because he has no imagination, with her. He's off, and, okay, Iceberg Lounge mob boss kind of Jason is over with, it seems. We're back to Outlaw. I don't know. But on his way out, Lex shows up because it's a Year of the Villain tie-in. So not Lex, but the Lex bot. It's one of those with the last two pages.
Mm-hmm.
Which, as much as I give this book shit, far from the only one that has this problem. But Lex shows up and is like, oh, you did pretty good, but everything you learn on a Batman, that so-called hero, and you still died. And then you became a villain pretending to be a hero, and later a hero pretending to be a villain. And well, look at all this shit that you're just doing. You're just confused. The future needs Doom. It needs a new generation with people like your talents. I'm offering you the chance to get it right where Batman got it wrong. And it's just like, I'm listening. And that's it.
Yeah, I feel like if there's anybody that should be on that side, it is Jason. Because his life would all be about Doom.
Yeah.
I like how this dates the issue exactly for how far behind Connor is, because it's like, that was 2 months ago we were making all those complaints about all those final pages.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I got to the end of this and I was surprised. I was like, oh, I guess this wasn't as far behind as I thought.
Are you rating it then, yeah, Weasel?
I mean, I suppose it's a 4 because it's one of the less offensive issues because shit all happens in it. Yeah,
That's a good sign when it's less offensive because nothing happened.
yeah, pretty much.
At least it couldn't get
Penguin's off
into.
scot-free as well. He's running away, and Jason's like, that Euroblock cabal will be after him, so it's fine.